in terms of business, it really is the 1% that you're focused on?
In a manner of speaking, that's the other aspect of the platform. A lot of these 1% guys are unfortunately, I'd say, misunderstood. They get the bad. And before we go further, it's important to clarify my biases. You'll see it on the site. It's clearly laid out, very clearly. Diba?
Saan dun?
You know,
You might as yeah.
on the About Us page, you'll see the AI use policy. You will see our philosophy, our manifesto.
How about sponsors, ganyan?
We will have that. Right now, there's no.
It's
all
very
out of pocket
clean.
right
What's
now.
interesting to me is your pursuit of independent journalism. I mean, you come from a big publication, Philippine Daily Inquirer, but now you're venturing into your own. What did you see with the business models now that gave you the courage to take this leap?
There's a big unfilled need, right? Especially the aspect of presenting accurately and fairly the view of a business leader, of a capitalist, of the guys who work up here, right? For every one Dax Lucas taking that view, there are 100 or 200 of my colleagues taking the general view, right? So definitely it's a lopsided affair right now.
How do you manage that with the biases?
So the bias, just to spell it out, is leaning towards the capitalism side.
100%.
Okay, so it's more pro-capitalism.
Yeah, you know, if you've read the Financial Times or the Economist, very clear for capitalism, liberal
Right.
economics,
Correct.
free markets.
The
That's
difference
where we
is those cater to more developed economies, right?
Right.
So here, of course, we're a developing economy. Therefore, the bias is towards
That's
a
where we
more-
want to go, right?
Well, he did clarify or point it out, 1% only. Never mind the 99.
These guys, what I'm trying to say is, these guys aren't bad. The profit motive is not bad, right? Take every major development we have today. Chances are it was driven by the profit motive.
For sure.
Even this thing right here.
But how do you manage your biases? I mean, like, because news is news. You have to get different sides, different sources. How do you manage that?
What I promised the audience is this kind of distribution, 50-50, right? Nowadays, when you have an issue out in the public against, let's say, a big corporation, you scan the news, you will see, if you're familiar with the Pareto principle, 80-20,
Right, 80-20.
you'll see 80% negative attacks. You will see, if you're lucky, 20, maybe 10% of the other guys, the corporation side. Sometimes it says pa, we were unable to reach them. Right? Not here. This one will equalize that.
How do you do that? Just leveraging, of course, on your contacts. We all know that's how journalists really work anyway.
A big part of this is the fact that I've had the privilege of being able to interact with these principles over a career of almost 3 decades. So what you will get from us is less of the canned reply, more of the candid reply straight from a phone call or a text message. straight
Basically,
from
the
person.
access. You're giving us access to your access.
That's what the tagline says.
Does
right?
it?
No.
Is that what
It's
sort of?
the 1%.
Yeah, the
But you
That's
will
what it is.
you will call them out when needed as well, right? We are counting on you for that.
No single business group in this country has escaped being called out by this guy. I mean,
Okay.
I swear.
Okay.
Look it up.
Right.
So
These
despite
guys,
the
the guys-
bias, you are ready to,
The bias
push
is
where necessary.
The bias is for a philosophy, not for
Certain
specific.
personalities.
Yeah. No, I mean,
So
seriously.
who is your audience? I mean, forgive me, but I'm not a business beat
Sure.
person. Am I part of your audience?
100%.
I mean,
No,
paano
for-
mo, kasi mahilig ka sa chismis. Sa chismis,
There
ang
you go.
Pilipino.
There you go.
Paano
Chismis
mo,
sa
It
100
depends.
lahat ng
We
tao,
need to see your
chismoso.
SALN. We need to see your net worth.
paano binabalanse yung for using AI, that's one. And also making business news relatable to people like me?
That's the chismis is the easiest thing to do actually. Yun ang pinakamadali. The challenge for us is to be able to explain to non-business people why inflation is important, why GDP growth is important, all these technical things. I believe the 3 decades I've had, the over a decade that my colleague Miguel Camus has had and my other colleague Ramon Nocon, all that can be distilled into a language which will
How
be
do you plan
easy-
to do that? Text, video, or just plain text?
All of them, all of them. Of course, it will start with text because that's that's our
That's
native.
your
So are you going to
comfort
grow
zone.
your social media team, like multimedia reporting? And
Definitely. I mean, you
Okay,
have
that